Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz. Welcome to the lab. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to be here. Good to see you. February 23rd, 8/33, 2022. Bakersfield, to Boston Mom, Lulu. It's good to see all of you here. Billy, Kim, Becky, adoptionscams.com, Teresa, Tony. What's going on, guys? It's good to be here. Good to see you. North Texas, but it's cold.
There is no investigation. This boy has not really. There is no investigation. This boy has not really.
Don't say any half-sense stuff.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the lab and NBD production. Freezing in Houston. All right, Melissa, what's up? Lori, Starry, Brisbane in the house. And I guess we can start with, now there's a few things that I don't talk about in life with other people in any way, shape, or form, because I've learned that it's feckless. I've learned that it's feckless. I've learned that it makes no difference. I'm not changing your mind. You're not going to change my mind. That's just not the game that I play. So I don't talk politics. And this isn't a political talk. And I don't want to hear about the president. I don't want to hear about the United States president before, past, future, whatever. I'm not talking about that. What I'm going to address is a humanitarian issue. Later on in the show, we'll talk about it a little bit, but it is not a political discussion, nor will it turn into one. It just doesn't have anything to do with what I want to talk about. It's just not, I'm just not going to go there. But once again, I want to welcome you to the lab.
Don't say any absent stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has not really this to me.
And I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. So happy Thursday. We're headed into the weekend. What a great show we had last, I think was it the last show that we did was with Chris McDonough. What a great time that was. What a great sport he is. And on your way in, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. And I want to thank everybody for doing that, becoming members, subscribers, sharing, and commenting. It's always appreciated. It means more to me than you'll ever know. And thank you so much for being here. On a lighter note, and when I say lighter note, I mean a heavier note, because this is an interesting story that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you've heard about this thing, this creature, this freak of nature, Hank the Tank, the 500-pound bear, in Lake Tahoe, California. If you haven't, take a listen. Lake Tahoe, California. Hank the Tank is bigger than your average bear. Weighing 500 pounds, the black bear was nicknamed by the South Lake Tahoe Police Department for its enormous size, partly achieved by breaking into dozens of homes and feasting on homeowners' groceries. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife is considering its options for how to handle Hank. The bear is beloved by many longtime local residents who believe in the importance of coexisting with all of Tahoe's wildlife. Quote, "He's famous. We're trying to save him, even though he's a troublemaker," Lake Tahoe resident Deanie Ballardino told Kron. Hank the Tank has broken into 28 homes and prompted more than 100 calls to police over the past 7 months. The bear was recorded lumbering around by a home security camera in the Tahoe's Keys neighborhood last week. Officials said the bear does not fear people and is classified as a severely food habituated bear, meaning it is associating people with access to food. Some locals believe the bear is not only fearless, but also friendly. Quote, "He hasn't hurt one human in 28 break-ins. He's very sweet," Ballardino said. "He likes pizza more than he likes berries. He's not a forager," she added. State wildlife officials set up a bear trap, and fans of Hank the Tank are worried that the CDFW will kill the bear. Hank is being targeted for death by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, wrote Ann Bryant, director of the Bear Aversion Response League. The Bear League is vehemently opposed to this plan, and we are frantically working to save his life by reaching out to various wildlife sanctuaries in hopes of finding him a safe home. The bear's burglary career began when Hank figured out that some homeowners leave windows and doors unlocked. Hank hangs out in the Keys quite often because he has been continuously rewarded with food stored in unsecured garages. The Keys management has not allowed bear boxes because they deem them unsightly. When the bear became bigger and bolder, it started smashing through windows, using its size to bulldoze into homes. Police officers recently spotted Hank inside a house in South Lake Tahoe. Quote, "He shattered the window and crawled in, causing tons of damage to the inside and outside of the house. And this is becoming common for him," Lake Tahoe police wrote. State wildlife officials have not disclosed their final decision for Hank's future. Ballardino said the majority of Lake Tahoe residents are hoping that Hank will be sent to a sanctuary and not euthanized. Bryant told Kron on Monday that, so far, the CDFW has been uncooperative with sanctuaries offering to help. Quote, "The Bear League has talked to the directors of 3 sanctuaries who have told us they are willing to work with the DFW and hopefully get Hank off the streets and into a good home. We have given this information to the supervisors within the DFW who are tasked with trapping and killing Hank. So far, they have not reached out to any of the sanctuaries to discuss this dire situation." The Lake Tahoe Police Department trains its police officers on how to properly scare a bear. Police tried to haze Hank with deterrents to scare him away, but the big bear was not fazed enough to leave the Keys neighborhood. Quote, "Our officers are trained to use deterrents such as loud sirens, dry firing their tasers, make a clicky clack noise that the bears hate, and beanbag rounds to remind bears that it's not very nice to break into people's property. We want them to go back to their homes in the forest." The Bears fan base has grown due to recent publicity in the New York Times. Quote, "The phones at the Bear League have been ringing continuously with calls from literally all over the world. Everyone is expressing their horror over the plans to kill Hank," Bryant wrote. "Thank you, everyone, for caring so deeply about this friendly big bear." The DFW's most recent Hank the Tank news release read in part, quote, "When combining CDFW data with information from local police agencies, CDFW has 152 reports of conflict behavior from this animal. This bear is readily identifiable due to its exceptionally large size and dark coat with a lighter muzzle. Additionally, CDFW has collected the bear's DNA and created a DNA profile to allow for 100% accurate identification of the bear." Quote, "While the Lake Tahoe area has a healthy and dense bear population, euthanizing an animal is always our last option." The CDFW said black bear placement could cause, quote, significant negative consequences on their mental health, unquote. And to quote from our black bear policy, adult bears may be poor candidates for placement due to the chronic stress of adjusting to captivity after living in only wild conditions, it said. The CDFW said placement facilities are required to be accredited and have necessary state and federal permits and meet its quality standards. It added that it had not yet found placement for Hank that met the black bear policy criteria. The CDFW has asked the public properly store food and garbage to discourage bear activity. And there you have it. Mr. Hank the Tank seems to be making himself very friendly in the neighborhoods. So far, no injuries or human attacks. That is an enormous bear, a 500-pound black bear. That is giant. That is just a giant of a bear. Especially now that he's solely feasting on pizza and not berries. But you know, that in itself, how could you blame the guy? I mean, he likes pizza more than berries and roughage. I can't blame him. Don't kill him. Be nice to him. He's a good boy. He's cute. He honestly, I'm not even kidding you. He literally looks like my dog, Maggie. She was a hefty girl. She had a little weight problem. She didn't have a big ass like that. Not that big, but it was, you know, she was a big girl. So he needs to be properly taken care of. He is cuter in person, Josh. Well, I'm not willing to meet him in person. I'll tell you that right now. Josh, save him. What am I going to do? Seriously, how do you relocate this guy? You're going to have to get a crane or, I don't know. He's not fat. He's fluffy. He's fat, but he doesn't care. That's his thing. It's cool. I mean, he's Hank the Tank. You don't expect him to be small. Yeah, dude. No F's in that's true. No F's.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
I'm trying not to, but yeah, I think he is really cute. He is. He's a cute little guy. He would come into my plant nursery I work at. Well, tell him I said hi, my opinions only, and try and keep your distance. He's a big boy. He's a big, cute, lovable, pizza eating bear. I've never heard of such a thing. I really, he likes pizza. Like, how do they know that that's, I mean, I guess they would know, that's what he likes. And, wow, how cute. And I do want to say that, yeah, you're going to need a forklift to get him. And my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody from the Ukraine, a sovereign nation trying to live democratically. And it is unfortunate what is happening there in the last couple of days. So my thoughts and prayers are with the people of Ukraine and the peaceful citizens around the world. God bless them and keep them safe. It's another reason why I'm so happy and proud to be from where I am. And I take it for granted every day. I take being safe in my home granted every day. And it's reminders like these that let us all know that we got it pretty good and that we need compassion and love in the world. And there are just people out there that have it so much worse. And wow, what a day. What a couple of days. Like I said, to me, and I'm not talking politically because I'm not a political person, but I root for humanity, and I always will. And when it comes to war and things like that, it doesn't, to me, politics go out the window and humans become just humans. We're all human. And so keep these people in your prayers and hug your kids tight, your family, and appreciate being safe from that kind of harm. And yeah, it is a tragic situation. And I just wanted to share my thoughts with the people of Ukraine and the protesters in Russia that have been arrested for opposing their government, which is another reason why I'm proud to be from America and in America, because we truly are a free nation. So yeah, thoughts and prayers to them. And moving on, I was as I was preparing for the show tonight, I was just reading through some stuff, and I was kind of perusing the trailer park of the internet, and I came across a clip that so like when I speak, a lot of the times when I'm talking about things, I become passionate or annoyed or whatever. And as usual, I got fired up about something that I heard, and I'm just like, I can't believe again I'm hearing this, because it's just so ridiculous. And after the last couple of days, I was ready to push them to the side. I wanted to be done with talking about them, but sometimes it's not that easy, especially when the BS continues. And there's plenty of BS.
Don't say any F's and stuff
to go around the world 10 times. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I could see people in the chat talking, saying it's terrifying, it's this, it's that. No, there's no question about it. There's no question. But you gotta. It is what it is. I mean, there's nothing that we can personally do about it at the moment, and let's just pray that sanctions make a difference. But moving on from that, you guys, I wanted to play this little piece of clip for you, because it annoyed me to no end. Again, and it always does, and it always will.
Donnie's gonna hear this,
and I don't know where this is from or who. It doesn't matter. You don't have to put it in the chat. I just heard this clip, and it's ridiculous. But I want to give you my thoughts
at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. My kid's dad.
So this sounds like Candace talking about how her love of Dawn is no longer existent, blah blah blah. And here we are.
Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death. I love him because the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
He just
Don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore. Yeah, it has.
That's sick.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad. But I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
Well, okay, so let's just take that for what it is. It's a slurred it's just a almost incoherent rant. Now I really want to say this, and I'm going to try and be respectful because that's what we're supposed to do. But I got to say this. Who cares if you love Dawn or don't? I certainly don't care. What is it that if you're going to get on YouTube or wherever and talk publicly, it should be about your daughter and not about the sick, nasty, stupid, fake relationship that you have with Dawn. You're not telling us anything that we don't know, and we don't care. This isn't The Bachelor. If you care about Candace loving Dawn or Dawn loving Candace, and they're off and on sick, weird, nasty, demented, psychotic, ill relationship, then maybe The Bachelor's a better show for you to watch, because it doesn't matter. No one, like, I don't care that you don't love Dawn. No one cares. I don't love Donnie anymore. So what? Do you love Summer? Where's Summer at? And so once again, here we are with people wasting our time. And I had to, look, it's my fault. I fell into the trap of listening to it and going, and I wasn't like, oh man, wow. Yeah, she doesn't love Dawn anymore. That's heartbreaking. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because her and Donnie don't love each other anymore. That's just a big bummer. Yeah. I know that's like her Plenty of Fish. And so she's talking about, I love Donnie. I love Donnie, and I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say this, but I shouldn't say it. She's got a habit of saying things that she shouldn't say or doesn't want to say. She sure says those things a lot, going back with Summer and putting her on the side. She don't want to say it, but she says it anyway. That's like her preamble. That's how she winds up the clock here with this. I don't want to.
Donnie's going to hear this at the end of this, but
Donnie's going to hear this at the end of this. Yeah, we know. You're talking on YouTube, but I don't know where Donnie's going to hear it at.
It doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. He's my kid's dad.
We know that Don's your kid's dad, and that you have, and that we mutually have a daughter that's missing and has not been found. That's what should have been put in place there, but it wasn't. I love Donnie to death, and we have children together, and our daughter Summer is missing still, almost 9 months.
Please let me get this out.
Okay, well then just spit it out, Junior.
I love Donnie to death.
You said that already.
I love him because he's the kid's dad.
You said that already.
But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
It's not you, it's me.
He just
don't get me wrong. I love him.
You said that.
But I'm not in love with him
You said that again.
anymore.
And then she chuckles.
Yeah, it has.
That's sick.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Yeah, we know.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him.
Even keep a secret about where our daughter is and what we know. I love you, Donnie. I'm not in love with you, Donnie. But here's my virtual signaling to you. I don't want to be with you, but can we keep our secret still? Can we keep our secret, Donnie?
Because he's the kid's dad. but I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
I would, yes, that is something you could have said for 20 years now. Okay. For 20 years now. And I don't think Don cares one
Don't say any F's and stuff.
bit if you love him. It just doesn't seem. What you guys have is a partnership that you're going to keep each other's secret. You're going to keep each other's secret, okay? But why you get on here and say these things about each other, about saying how you don't love Donnie anymore, and you don't this and you don't that. What do I care? What do people care what your relationship status with Don is? He's in jail. You guys weren't on good terms when he was out of jail. You guys were constantly calling the cops on each other, hanging out with other men and women and whatever. But in the mix of all of this, in the center of this nastiness, is a little girl who's now taking a back seat to the love life of these two creatures. I think it is odd, to say the least, and inappropriate, to say the least. And no one cares, to put it nicely. And if you do care, that's weird. Because the only thing that we care about, you and Dawn could get divorced or whatever kind of contract marriage you may have. You guys can get divorced and live on separate sides of the world, and nobody cares. All anybody cares about is where Summer is. Not if you love Dawn, and not if Dawn loves you. Look, we know that this story isn't The Notebook. Okay. It's not a match made in heaven. It's a match made on a hill in Tennessee. I don't, sometimes I wonder how you guys meet, but then I try and get over it because, I don't know, maybe it was a clan meeting or something. And I only say that because Dawn's only called me the N-word 30 times. And, but then I get less curious about it and then start to wonder, well, where is the little girl Summer? That's what I wonder a lot of. That's what I wonder a lot of. And I'm not really sure why she feels it necessary to tell us this at all.
Johnny's gonna hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter.
You're right. It doesn't matter. So you could have stopped the whole thing right there. It doesn't matter. Why am I going to tell you this? Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we know. We know. We know. It doesn't matter. So if it doesn't matter, then there's no reason to carry on this run-on rambling sentence.
I love Donnie to death. My kid's dad. Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death. You know, I love him because he's the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
He just
Don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Not in love.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has.
Bummer.
I'd say.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
And then,
I'll do anything for him.
so she's saying these generic, dumb, you know, she doesn't want to get on Donnie's side, but we really know what you think of Don because you've said it before. We know what you think of him. But you sit there and you say, well, I don't really love him, but I'll do anything for him. What about Summer? Will you do anything for Summer? I know you won't do anything for Summer. You'll do anything for Dawn, but you won't do anything for Summer. And by anything, I mean anything at all. Anything. Because when you go on YouTube, and now you have whatever, when you go on YouTube, it should be to talk about Summer and the case and trying to keep her name out there and alive, but it's not. What it is, it's you rambling to your friends so you can pack a chat room and get money for donations and drink and smoke and drink Mountain Dew and hit the vapes, whatever. But will you do anything for Summer? Because that's the one question that I want to ask. Is she says she'll do anything for Donnie. What do you need to do for Donnie if you don't love him? What does Donnie need to do for you? Are you hoping that Donnie's going to feel the same way about this split, quote unquote split? You better hope he feels the same way, that he'll do anything for you, or he's going to burn you. And I hope he does. I hope somebody burns somebody really fast. I'm telling you, you'll get the better deal. Candace, if you're watching this, pin it on Dawn. Just tell what happened. Dawn, one day, just tell us everything. Put it on Candace. I don't care. Just where is Summer at? Your relationship status is less important, and the status of your missing child is the most important. And the love connection game doesn't matter. We don't care. We don't even care. But you've turned your daughter's disappearance, that I believe that you're responsible for, in one way, shape, or another. I believe you are wholeheartedly responsible for this. And these people are running you up on a panel every night. These aren't shows. It's insulting to say, oh, have you seen this person's show? Have you seen that person's show? It's not a show. It's a circus act, but they're not shows. That's insulting to people who actually work on their shows before they go live. Far, far in advance. These aren't shows. These are lives. They go on there and they just stream, and they have nothing planned. They just get on there and they just, let's let people feel sorry for you. That's the show plan. Let's let people feel sorry for you. You got a missing daughter, which is going to pull at some people's heart, whether they want it to or not. And then they're going to pay you to try to be happy. And we'll get some gravy too to spill onto our plate. So why don't you just come on and tell us about your relationship status?
Because this is the kid's dad. But I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
I agree. You can't keep going the way that you're going. Truer words never been spoken. Good job, Candace. You said a sentence that made sense. I applaud you. That was awesome. Bam. Nailed it, lady. You can't keep going how you're going is the only thing in that rambling, incoherent, slurred diatribe that I can get on board with. I'm not sure what the relationship status of Dawn and Candace are, but I am sure of the relationship status of Summer and Candace. I know what their relationship seems to be, that she's willing to do anything for Donnie, but if she would be willing to do anything for Summer, anything would be searching, flyers, talking about Summer, begging whoever took her. I'm telling you, if I truly believe that my kid was abducted, if I truly believe that, and she says that she believes it beyond a shadow of a doubt, if she truly believes that Summer was abandoned, she would be on camera every single day begging for the return of Summer, for the return of her daughter. She would be begging. But guess what? She doesn't beg. What she begs for is money. What she begs for is attention and sympathy. What she begs for is to be the victim, when in fact, Summer's the victim. And Candace just picks up the scraps. And once again, she can't outshine her daughter. Don't you know Dawn is crazy and solitary? She has been talking and in control. Hope that works in Summer's favor. I hope so. I hope so. But going back to if this was an abduction, if you truly believe that somebody has abducted her, and anybody that would abduct a child would keep an eye on that news, YouTube, social media, wherever, they would keep a eye on it constantly. You could address that person directly, and you could beg and plead for your daughter's life. But the fact of the matter is, you've never once done that. Never one time have you said, please, I'm begging you. She might say, whoever had Summer, you bring her back. Something, maybe something like that at the most. At the very most, that's what she's getting. And that was very early on. You don't get that anymore. And poor Summer is an afterthought. Priority is fixing up the house and getting the sons back and making Summer t-shirts for profit. I guarantee when we find out the truth, it will probably be worse than any of us can imagine. I don't disagree with that. But my threshold already is so high for the ridiculousness of these two that I'm kind of, there are things in this world, nothing really surprises me anymore. I hate to say it like that. I hope it's bad. Yeah. Nothing really surprises me anymore. When I'm told something and then I kind of go, oh, wow. But then I go, like, does that really surprise me? Not really. It doesn't mean I'm not taken back or think it's crazy or whatever. And thank you so much for that. $4.99 super sticker. That's very nice of you. Thank you. But I tell you, I don't feel as though that's, I've never had that feeling with Don and Candace that they were ever actually searching for Summer. And now, this many months later, she's declaring a divorce or whatever it is that they have going on. Some moonlight shotgun ceremony. I don't know. But she's signaling to Don that she wants to get with other people while he's in jail, which is never something that the other person takes well. I don't know if Don cares or not, but she's telling Donnie, I'll do anything for you, Donnie. I love you, Donnie. I'm just not in love with you. It's not you. It's me. Remember George Costanza? It's not you. It's me. So she says every generic thing in the sun, under the sun, sorry, leading up to this whole, dumb kind of, I love you, but I don't love you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Whatever. No one really cares.
I invented it's not you, it's me. Nobody tells me it's them, not me. If it's anybody, it's me.
All right. George, it's you.
You're damn right it's me.
Yeah. It's exactly how it is. It's not you, it's me. No, it's Summer. Where's Summer? Like, you claim that you'll do anything for Don, and Don isn't very nice to you. We can just put it like that right now. We'll just put it out there. Don's not that nice to you. He never has been that nice to you. He never will be that nice to you. You're not that nice to him. You guys don't even like each other, let alone love each other. You might consider each other buddies. I could see you guys being more like, what is it? Pictionary buddies and stuff like that. Or I don't know. You both look like you use the same bathroom. I'm at a restaurant. I don't understand why this matters.
Donnie's gonna hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. My kid's dad. Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death. I love him because he's the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
He just
Don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore. Yeah, it has.
That's it.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad.
We know that. What does that have to do with you loving him? I know a lot of people that have kids together that don't love each other. It's quite the opposite.
But I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
And we know that. You can't keep going the way that you're going. Ugh. I love you, Donnie. Donnie, I love you, Donnie. I'm not in love with you, Donnie. Get off my property. Oh, boy.
Donnie's going to hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. He's my kid's dad. Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death.
I love you too, Candace.
Because he's the kid's dad.
I am.
But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
Why you done, Candace?
He just
Don't get me wrong. I love him.
Do you? You love me? No, you don't. You don't love me.
But I'm not in love with him anymore.
I'm not in love with you either.
Yeah, it has.
That's it.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
What does that mean, Candace? Don't come near me.
And I'll do anything for him.
But what if you'll do anything for me? Will you get off my property?
The kid's dad. but I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's ridiculous, man. These people are nuts. These people are nuts. You got a missing kid and you got all this crap going on. And then there's people that just think like you gotta flush them out. And that's not what's happening. They're being coddled and well, Don's in jail. So whatever. I don't even consider Don to be around anymore. I hope he talks while he's in there. It would be the best thing that he could do for his daughter. Did I miss something here? Any normal parent would be searching, pleading, or doing absolutely anything to find their child, especially if they believe she was kidnapped. Right. If they thought that she was actually kidnapped, they'd be looking for her. But yeah, it's turned into The Bachelor on crack. Well, that's kind of an oxymoron. I caught my grandma watching The Bachelor the other day. Naughty. I told you. I said, you watch this filth. She said, oh, shut up, Josh. I said, all right, see you. Bye. Really quick interlude. I want to say that something big happened today with Otis as well. She just left it there in live. Yeah. Come on over here to Candace. Somebody sent her the link. Come on over here. Come up and talk. I got something I'd love to talk to you about. Ugh, sick. The Bachelor on Oxy. Yeah. Did you guys bring the Xanny bars for our filming tonight? So I have a back door that I've been trying to get Otis to go in and out of to go potty, because that's his heritage. That's his birthright is that dog door. Every dog I ever had used the dog door, and he just ignored it. Like he was too stuck up to even go near the dang thing, And I'm telling you. So I bowled him through it a couple times, really gently. Don't make it more than it is. PETA, come on. I just took his little head and just bumped a little flap with it and said, pew, pew. Like when you feed, like you're feeding a wood chipper. Pew. I did it gently. It was just, calm down. Don't make it more than it is. And then finally I got him, pew, pew. So then he takes his little paw and he goes, he whacks it a little bit and it kind of goes back and forth, boom, and then he just like that. Right. So then finally, I'm sitting there. This is just the other day. I'm on the back porch doing my thing, and I see his little hand push, and he came through. And I went, oh my God, he came through. And so it was taking him a little while. And as of today, he's flying through that door. Pew! Like Don Wells's flare gun. Flying through it. And I was cooking on the back porch today. That's where I have my little smoker out there, and he comes, I hear the door open. He comes out, he walks over to the grass. He looks up at me. I look down at him and he starts peeing. And I go, oh my God, whose dog is this? Shocked. Did he just what? Dude. So I'm like, wow, we got a new dog here. And then he dropped a deucer. Same scenario. Walked out the back door, went to the bathroom, came back in. I think that we're on to something, folks. Otis's snip day is April 14th, 2022. That's when the O dog will lose his onads. Dude, that's the kind of stuff you get here. You get a little bit of everything. You get hard-nosed news reporting on 500-pound bears and dog testicle jokes mixed in with some emotion and fact. That's what you get here on the lab. You get it. You know it. Can we keep listening? Sorry, it's just like, so like who's, what does that mean? Oh, it's like, whoa. Yeah. It was being filled with the word of God. Yeah. Teresa. So I'll just recap it that Otis did eat my grandmother's Bible given to her by the pastor after her husband died, my grandfather. I know it's not funny and I didn't mean to laugh because it was terribly sad. But he was filled with the Holy Ghost. He was filled with the word of God. And I feel that was the turning point, that was an exorcism of this dog. I feel as though once he ingested our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ's word, he's become an all new dog. That's how I feel. Yeah, I know. He's been a whole new dog. But you ever see that? You see the movie The Exorcist when he goes in there and he's like, the power of Christ compels you. Little kid's like, Otis makes that same noise. I'm not kidding. He makes the same noise as the girl from The Exorcist. Doesn't make the same. Well, the face is kind of similar, but it's always right after he wakes up. He gets up and he's like walking around, and then all of a sudden you hear this. All right, let me try it here. Let me get a drink so I want to get this right for you. Okay. He goes. And then I go, what is that? And then I look around. If there's other people around, I always look around and I go, did you hear that? And they go, yeah. I go, what was that? And they go, I don't know. I said, you ever heard an animal like a dog make that kind of noise? Nope. But then he gets like, I'm not kidding. That's the yeah. I've never heard a dog make that noise. I never want to hear a dog make that noise again, but he makes that noise all the time. And I go, dude, what is that? But I'll tell you this, I haven't heard that sound since he ate the Bible. I swear I haven't. I have not heard that sound since he ate the Bible. Thank God. Oh man. That sound gets stuck in my head sometimes. But I'll show you a real cute little funny story really fast. And I was getting ready to go to bed last night, and he was sitting at the edge of the bed staring out the door. It was black, but I could see his outline of his big butt. And he was looking, and all of a sudden I hear this. And I go, what are you doing? Go to bed. It's time to go to bed. I go, what the heck is that? So he's like scared that there's something out there. I have no idea what it is. So I go out there, I turn the lights on, we walk the hallway. He trots behind me like, yeah, we're taking care of business, Joel. Something scared me, but now I'm in charge. But of course, he lets me go first and then peeks his head around the corner like, you got this? I'm like, yeah, dude, I got it. There's nothing here. So I walk out, we go out in the living room, we walk around, I walk to the kitchen, he's following me, and then I head back to my room, I get it in my bed, and he jumps up on the bed and keeps looking kind of over his shoulder while he's moving his way up. All right. Moving his way up. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I don't know, but I'm going to sit up by your neck. And then I started rocking him. I go, hush, little baby, don't say a word. Daddy's gonna buy you a monkey. So anyway, he starts to fall asleep. And it was just like a little child. It was one of the funniest things. He was very, it was so cute. He's the love. He's my little love. And he's getting so good. Yeah, Otis might have seen a spirit. Really, really saw a spirit. How could he see a spirit when all I have to do is take a ball, go like this, not actually throw the ball, just hold on to it, and then he wanders off for 5 minutes? He ain't seeing no spirit. He can't even see when I fake throw a ball. I don't even do it that hard to try and fake them, but it's just so easy, so I do it anyway. You know what I mean? He ain't smarter than me.
Johnny's gonna hear this at the end of this.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
But it doesn't even matter.
What doesn't matter, Candace?
I love Donnie to death.
I love you too, Candace.
My kid's dad.
I've been with you from the beginning to the end.
Dad, please.
Of your tooth journey.
Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death.
No, you don't. I see where this is going. This is about to take a left turn.
You know, I love him because he's the kid's dad.
Yeah, I am. That's true. That don't mean you gotta love me.
But as far as being in love with him anymore,
oh man, I think she's really gonna. I thought this was started off real good because she was like, you know, I really love Donnie's gonna hear this. I want to. I thought this was going in a whole different direction.
I am done.
Oh no, she's done. Where's my flare gun?
He just
don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
What does that mean, Candace?
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Yeah, it has.
That's it.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
I don't think I understand what that means.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad.
Oh, well, can you love me? That's all I want.
But I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
Yeah, we know, you really got to stop mixing the drugs, the pills, and the alcohol. That's where you're going wrong, Candace. Hey, thank you guys very much for being. Thank you so much for being here. I will catch you next time on the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. Thank you for all the super chats, super stickers, memberships, subscriptions, likes, shares, comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being so cool in the chat. Thank you to all the mods for everything that you do. Be with the people of Ukraine in spirit and in thought. Be thankful.